Hi, hello students. In this video, we are going to discuss MCQ on the concept structure of atom. First question is the color that has the highest wavelength and the least wavelength in the visible spectrum are. See, look at here in the VIBGR pattern. V stand for violet, I stand for indigo, blue, B stand for blue, G stand for green, Y stand for yellow, O stand for orange, R stand for red. So the red color will have the maximum wavelength. The wavelength of the red color is maximum and the wavelength of the violet is minimum. So as you move from red to violet color, the wavelength will be decreases. As you move from violet to red, the wavelength will be increases. So first we need to find out the highest wavelength and then after minimum least wavelength in the given pattern. So violet color will have minimum, so option 1 will be the ruled out. Why? Because first we need to find out the highest wavelength, no? So option 1 is ruled out. Coming to the second one, green and red. So green also minimum wavelength, consisting of minimum wavelength when compared with the red color. And the third one is red and violet. Red color will have the maximum wavelength and the violet color will have the minimum wavelength. Yellow and red. So here red will have maximum wavelength and the violet color will be have minimum wavelength. So option 3 is the correct option. So you should round up option 3. Next one, question number 2. The spectra form due to the absorption of energy in quanta is. So when the energy is observed by the electron, in general, it will jumps from lower energy to higher energy, lower energy level to higher energy level, higher energy level. And around the atom, see here I have taken the nucleus and first shell, second shell, third shell. So as the radius of the atom will be increases, the size and energy also going to be increased. For suppose I had taken E1 is the energy of the first shell and E2 is the energy of the second main shell and E3 is the energy of the third main shell. So if you compare the energy levels, E3 is more than E2 is more than E1 and here E3 and so on. I hope you all of you understood. So the energy of the outermost shell is more than that of the inner shells. Now, when the electron gains energy, it will jump from lower energy level to higher energy level. So during this situation, we will observe absorption spectra. So option 2 is the correct option. And when the electron emits the energy during that situation, it will be jumped from higher energy level to lower energy level. During this situation, emission spectra will be formed. So for this, the electron is observing the energy. So absorption spectra will be formed. Option 2 is the correct option. Next one, third question. In which of the following above rule is violated? As of the above rule, here we will have the Euler chart in order to explain the above principle. So above principle is, see, look at here, in the first main energy level we will have L is equal to 0, that is 1s subshell. In the second main energy level we will have 2s, 2p are the sub energy levels. In the third main energy level, we will have 3s, 3p, and 3d. For L subshell, for p subshell, L value is 1, and for d subshell, L value is 3, 2. And for n is equal to fourth main shell, we will have 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. For f subshell, the L value will be 0. L is nothing but azimuthal quantum number and the n value is main principal quantum number. N is equal to 5, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f also will be there, but I won't consider. N is equal to 6, 6s, 6p, and n is equal to 7, we will have 7s. Now I am drawing the Euler chart. So here 1 subshell 2 times he will get, again 2 subshells again 2 times he will get, 3 subshells again 2 times he will get, and in the similar way 4 subshells you will get 2 times, but here I didn't consider now. So here also you will get, for the next line also you will get 4 subshell for 2 times. Now see, this is the tail head. You should move from tail to head. After finishing the, after reaching the head, again you should move to the next tail. So like that you should move. So as of Mylar chart, 1s energy level is less than 2s, then after 2p, then after 3s, then after 3p. After filling 3p subshell, the electron will be enter into the 4s. After filling 4s completely, 3d will be filled, and then after 3d, after 4p will be filled. After filling 4s completely, 5s will be filled, and so on. So as of the above principle, it is telling that first electrons will filled in the lower energy level completely. After filling lower energy levels, the higher energy levels will be filled. This is according to the energy levels. Now, as of the given answer, as of the given things, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1, it is not violating the, which of, what is the question? In which of the following above rule is violating? So this rule is not violating. After filling 1s, 2s will be filled, 2s after 2p, 2p after 3s, 3s after 3p. And coming to the second option, 1s to 2s to 2p6, 3s to 3p6, 3d, 3. So before filling 3d, 4s should be filled. So option 2 is the wrong option. So option 2 is the option which is violating the above principle. So option 2 is the right answer, since option 2 is violating the above principle. Next question number 4. The model that explained fine spectra of atom. So the fine spectra of atom was explained by the Bohr-Sommerfeld model. Option 4 is the correct option. Next question. Fifth one, the number of values for ml, the number of values of ml for L is equal to 5r. And look at here. So the ml values are from minus L to plus L, including 0. So the L value here in the question mentioned as minus 5. So ml values are from minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. 5, 5, 10 plus 1. Total 11 ml values are there. And we have the number of ml's values, the value for the ml values. We have one formula, number of ml values is given by 2l plus 1. So 2 into L value, where L is nothing but azimuthal quantum number. L is equal to 5, 2 plus 5 plus 1, 10 plus 1, total 11. So option 1 is a correct option. Next question number 6. The orbital with the quantum number, the orbital with the quantum numbers n is equal to 5 and L equal to 3. And here one more point we need to remember. If azimuthal quantum number L is equal to 0, it will be S subshell. And if L is equal to 1, that subshell is P subshell. If L is equal to 2, that subshell is D subshell. If L is equal to 3, that subshell is F subshell. And L value is 4 for G subshell. After G, H, and so on. And N value is describing about the principal quantum number, nothing but the main energy level. So if n is equal to 5, the subshell will be present in the fifth main energy level, and L is equal to 3, so it will be the F subshell. So 5F is the orbital. Option fourth is the correct option. Next question number 6. I think question number 6 is finished now. The next question is the frequency of yellow color radiation having the wavelength 5800 Armstrong unit. And here we need to remember the formula. And coming to that formula, velocity of the any wave can be represented as the product of frequency and wavelength. Here I considered F as the frequency and lambda as the wavelength. In general, in our textbook, it will be frequency is denoted by nu and lambda. And the velocity of the electromagnetic wave is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second, and 1 angstrom unit is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. All these things you should remember to solve the problem. So as of the given data, the wavelength of the yellow color light is mentioned as 5800 angstrom unit. So I will convert that angstrom units into meters. 5800 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. And the velocity of the electromagnetic wave, he will not mention, but we should remember 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. So from the formula, frequency can be written as V divided by lambda. The value of V is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by 5800 into 10 to the power of minus 10. So I will rearrange this equation as 300 in 10 to the power of 8. I will take 2 zeros. So 10 to the power of 6 you will have divided by 58. I will carry forward this 2 zeros, nothing but 10 to the power of 2 to 10 to the power of minus 10. Then you will get 10 to the power of minus 8. Then 300 divided by 58. So you will have 10 to the power of, in the numerator you will have 6. This minus 8 will become plus 8. So 300 divided by 58 into 10 to the power of 14. After solving, you will get 3000 divided by 58. Sorry, 300 divided by 58. The value it will be 5.17 into 10 to the power of 14 second inverse or hertz. And one more question also I will add to this problem. So the number of the wave number we are going to be find out. Wave number is nothing but the reciprocal of the wavelength. Wave number is equal to the reciprocal of wavelength. It will be 1 by 5800 into 10 to the power of minus 8 minus 10. Now I will make it as 1 by 58 into 10 to the power of minus 8 and 10 to the power of 8 divided by 58. This can be written as, I will write 100 divided by 58 into 10 to the power of 6, and this value will be equal to 0.017 is the wave number, and the wave number units are meter inverse. 0.017 meter inverse. Next question, and in the question he is asking the frequency. The frequency value is, we got 5.17 into 10 to the power of 14 second inverse. So option second is the correct option. Second one is the correct option. And the next question, eighth question. The subshell notation whose ml values are 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2 is, look at here. So here, see, or minus 2, this is minus 2 to plus 2 and including 0. So ml values begins from minus L to plus L. So here the L value directly it is given as 2. So if L is equal to 0, that is S subshell, L is equal to 1, P subshell, and L is equal to 2, that will be D subshell. So the D subshell, either it may be 3D or 4D or 5D or 6D and no 2D. Why? Because the minimum energy level in which the d subshell is present is n is equal to 3. Means the d subshell will begins from third main energy levels onwards. So 3D is the correct option and 4D also correct option. So options A and C are the correct option. So 3 is the correct option for question number 8. Question number 9. It is not possible to find the exact position and velocity of an electron simultaneously. It is the rule that is nothing but Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It is also called as principle of uncertainty. Remember, this is one more question for 10th class regular question, a regular examination also. It is not possible to find out the exact position and velocity of a moving electron simultaneously. The meaning of this statement is, see, whenever you are finding out the position of the electron around the nucleus, I am going to be find out the position. So whenever I targeted this electron with some other laser light, something, some rays, then what will happen? You can find position, but velocity is going to be changed. Why? Because I targeted that electron with the help of the another ray. So after colliding electron with this ray, the velocity may be changed. And at the same time, in the second situation, I am going to be find out the velocity of the electron. So I will find out the velocity at the particular point, but whenever you target it, the position may be altered. Nothing but the position will be changed. So individually we can find out velocity as well as position, but simultaneously it is not possible. I hope you understood this meaning. Thank you. Question number 10. The correct order of the energy level. Just now I explained the Euler chart in the whiteboard. See, look at here. This is the Euler chart. This is the order of the filling of electrons from lower energy level to higher energy level. From this order, the option is question number 10. So first one, 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p. Correct option he is asking now, question number 10. And the second option is, correct option is first option only. Why? Because 1s, 2s, 2p order is correct now. See, in the second one, second option, 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p. Here the order is missing. After filling 4s, 3d will fill. After filling 3d, 4p will be filled. So this order is missing. Here also, after filling 4p, 3d is filling. So this is the wrong option. So option 1 is the correct option for question number 10. Option 1 is the correct option. 11th one. Next question is 11th one. The energy of the electromagnetic radiation is given by, it is the formula E is equal to h nu, where h is called Planck's constant. Planck's constant, and the h value is 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, and which is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg second. This value is also very important for exam point of view. So the option is E is equal to h nu, where nu is frequency. Option 2 is the correct option. Question number 12. The speed of light in vacuum. It is speed of light in vacuum is given by C in 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second, and in centimeters 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeters per second. The option is option 4 is the correct option. Question number 13. The energy of an electron in a stationary orbit. See, this thing is explained in the Bohr's atomic model. So as long as the electron revolves around the nucleus, what will happen? Continuously, as the electron is moving, it will radiate the energy. This thing is not explained in the Rutherford atomic model. So as long as it is radiating the energy, the electron will slowly move towards the nucleus. Finally, it will fall into the nucleus then the atom will be collapsed. So this thing is not happen in the real time scenario. So what the thing is going to be happen, as long as the electron is revolving around the nucleus, it won't radiate the energy. It means the energy of the electron will be remains constant whenever it is revolving around the nucleus. For the question number 13, option 1 is the correct option. This is the main postulates in the Bohr's atomic model. No two electrons atoms of the same atom can have all the four quantum numbers as same. This is called, what is the rule? Pauli's exclusion principle. So according to this principle, no two electrons present in the atom will not have the all the four quantum numbers same. So see, for suppose if you have taken 1s orbital, this is the first electron and this is the second electron. N, L, Ml and Ms values I am writing for the first electron as well as the second electron. For first electron, N value is 1. Since it is present in the s subshell, L value is 0, and for s subshell, Ml value also 0, and first electron will revolve in the clockwise direction, so it will be plus 1 by 2 for this for its spin. And for the second electron, N value is 1 and L value is 0 and Ml value is equal to 0, but Ms value is minus 1 by 2. So even though first three quantum numbers are same, the fourth quantum number will be different. So that's why the scientists Uhlenbeck and Goudsmit were introduced spin quantum numbers to differentiate the all the four quantum numbers. So as of this Pauli's exclusive principle, no two electrons will have all the same four quantum numbers, all the four quantum numbers same. Coming to the 15th question. Electron pairing in orbitals starts only when all available empty orbitals of the same energy are singly occupied. This is nothing but Hund's rule. See, look at here. I am distributing 5 electrons in the p subshell. P subshell will have px orbital, py orbital, and pz orbital. So the first electron will be filled in the px. Then after second electron will be py. In the py, third electron will be in the pz. All the first electrons by default we will consider as the clockwise revolving electron, and the fourth electron will be filled in the px. Why? Because all the three subshells are p orbitals are filled each one by one number of electrons. Then the fifth electron will be filled in the py and the sixth electron will be filled in the pz, and the second electron will have the spin minus 1 by 2. So this is nothing but the Hund's rule. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel, Wow Academy for Physics.